Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Infinite Trade. I am Robin and we are going to discuss about Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So people, if you remember the analysis that I shared last night, I had clearly mentioned that the FIs are having a neutral position, so we may see a sideways market today. And if you look at Nifty and Bank Nifty today, so this is Bank Nifty. So I'm just showing you this kind of a market is considered to be sideways for Bank Nifty because we saw that the IV range for Bank Nifty today, it was around 893 points. So that means around roughly 800 900 points movement should have been there in Bank Nifty, but we hardly had 300 points movement. So this kind of market is known as sideways. And similarly, if we look at Nifty, Nifty was completely sideways. Just a moment. Okay. So if you see here, Nifty was clearly sideways. So this is what we analyzed yesterday, and the market behaved similarly today. Okay, so now let's look at the data and the chart to see what can happen tomorrow. So the first thing that we usually do is we check participant wise open interest. So let's check that first. So this is participant wise open interest. Here if you see, yesterday we saw that FIs had a neutral position, but today future they have shorted, put they have 26,000 buy, and call buy is around 8450. So 8450 call buy could actually be a hedge for their future short. So overall, if we see, they are definitely bearish. And similarly, this is ProDesk. They have a small quantity of future buy, not that significant. They have some good quantity, that is around 36,600 call sell and around 15,000 put buy. So this is a significant quantity. So if we look at this data, both are definitely bearish. And what is more important is they have even bought put options. So despite being the fact that tomorrow it is an expiry day, they have bought put options. So this is something which we have to keep in mind. Now let's go and check the option chain. Okay, this is the option chain. So again, I think everything looks red to us. So definitely, as discussed, it is a bearish data that we already checked. So now if we see, we just made a movement between 36,900 to 37,200. So within this 300 points range, call writing has been significant, 63%, 49%, and 47%. Whereas if you see the put side, we just have 3420 and -2, and even -80 at 37,200. So it is clearly visible that call writing was significant and put writers were not active today. So if we come back here and check, this is the call and put change in OI as of today. So call writing, this is the red bar is call writing, it is significant. There is hardly any put writing, and that is also visible here. But overall, we have a strong support at 36,500, and 37,000 is going to act like a max pain region because both call and put writers are present here. So what is max pain? Max pain is basically, I may cover this in a separate video later, but max pain is basically a point where buyer loses maximum and seller gains maximum, and there is a max pain range. So usually around 200 300 points roughly. So I would say if 37,000 is the max pain, then the range should be between 36,700 to 37,300. So now let's go and look at the chart. Okay, so before I just talk about the levels, I want to let you know, guys, that tonight at 12 a.m. Indian Standard Time, US Fed meet is there, and there is going to be some sort of announcement. And if you look at SGX Nifty, it is already trading 70 points higher. So I don't know if it is going to be a significant event for us tomorrow or not, but we may see a gap up. So let's plan the trade accordingly. So let's check Bank Nifty first, because that's my favorite. So Bank Nifty, continues to remain inside this channel. Today also it has taken a resistance at this place and came down and closed. So tomorrow, just in case if we open flat, so flat means within this region. If we open here, and if we break this low, we'll immediately see a selling until probably until this area. Okay, so what is that area? That is around 36,680, or you can call it as 36,700. So we may see an immediate 200-point fall. Do not again go for a bigger target tomorrow, because it is an expiry day tomorrow. Usually on the expiry days, we don't see a very significant movement. So you may see it once in a month. So if you see last expiry, there was a significant move. We broke the all-time high of Bank Nifty. So tomorrow, I'm not expecting a very big movement. So what we can expect is, if we open flat, then we may trade within this range. Okay, and in case if we gap up based on the SGX Nifty, we may gap up somewhere here. So if we gap up here, then definitely we can see the market coming down to this place for once, and then maybe we can bounce back and we may trade within this range. So this is another possibility if we gap up. So these are the two things that we will actually plan. So overall range that we can plan for tomorrow is, this should be your upside range for tomorrow, and similarly this should be the downside range for tomorrow. So that's what I'm expecting in Bank Nifty. Now let's move on to Nifty. Okay, just one more thing. In the analysis that I posted yesterday, I had marked this particular area where I said if we close below this, we may see a dip until 36,940. This is what I said, and this level was 37,107. So I said if we close below 3,700, we'll immediately see a dip until 36,940. So this is how we closed, and we immediately saw a dip until 36,900. And I told you that we are not expecting a very big target, and this is what I wanted to tell you. And similarly, for Nifty, we discussed that if we open flat and if we break the day high, so this was the day high, we may see a rally up to 17,620 is what I said. However, we opened a little gap up. We gave a dip. We gave a dip and we attempted 610. So just about 10 points away from the target. And then the market went sideways completely. Okay, so now if we check Nifty, if you remember yesterday I had mentioned that Nifty is forming lower highs and lower lows. And I had told you that, if Nifty has to turn bearish, this is the point from where it has to return. So this area. So if we see, this is our high, low, high, low, high. Okay, so this was our yesterday's high. And then today we are still below this particular region. So it is quite simple. You just have to mark this range. If we break down, then it is 100% sure that we are still following lower high and lower lows, and we may take an entry here once this day low is breached, and the immediate target that we can look for is somewhere around this area. So what is this area? This is 17,460. So not a very big movement again, just about 40-50 points. And similarly, if we break, so if we travel here and break the high, so if we open flat or maybe gap up, and if we break the high, there is a possibility that we may test this particular area. Let me quickly check what is that. So yeah, so this is 660. So again, around 40-50 points movement, not more than that. So why only 40-50 point movement is, as I said, tomorrow it is an expiry day, so possibly the market will be in range. And if we gap up, so that is another scenario that we have to talk about. If we gap up, then definitely we'll gap up somewhere here. Okay, so we will wait for a dip, and in case if you see a reversal here, is you can go for buying, or else in case if you see any reversal candle here in red color, you can go for selling. Your target should be the gap. So this is how we are going to plan for tomorrow. I hope things are clear. The levels are clear for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So we are still in a bearish zone for both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So we have to be careful whenever we are entering a long trade. So just keep that in mind. I hope you understood. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.